So I want you to look at my hairline right here. This whole portion, actually this, I had also lost this particular part. There was no hair here. So this whole section had no hair. And still, actually all the way from here, this, I couldn't plait my hair here. So I had lost my hair, this whole section. And if you think I am joking, I want to show you practically. You see this part? You've got to see the difference. Look at this part. I have 3 braids. 3 of them. But this particular, you can see that even they actually how many? 2. And there is no other here. Yeah, I should be having 3 like these others. From here, they are 3. But here we only have 2. And also, we don't have hair, all this part. So we are going to do this practically. So if you are a victim like myself, you've got to walk with me this journey, because I have started this YouTube channel just so that we can do things practically, and we will see if it works or not, because we've watched hundreds of videos probably, and probably the people who are showing us don't have this problem. Now that I have a problem, can we start this journey together? Come on. So today we are gonna start off with something very simple. I have several ingredients here, and I have cloves. We're gonna do this using very few ingredients to start off. I have cloves powder. I have rosemary. I have rosemary here. Smells nice. My water is boiling, and what I am going to do is I am going to add the cloves and rosemary. Then I will simmer. At this point, I believe I have extra that I just poured inside. I will simmer the solution for 10 to 15 minutes. So I am going to sieve my product as you watch. I am using a clear glass so that you can see the color of my solution. So here's the product. You can see it is brown in color, and it has a very, very, very strong scent. I emphasized on very, so that you know what I am saying. The whole house has this smell. Not a bad one. Honestly, I don't have any problem with it. I am that one person who doesn't love sprays, but I have no problem with this. So it shouldn't be an issue. So let's see. So I am sieving it. So this particular powder is what we don't want, definitely, and also this. But this in particular, the clove powder, can cause a buildup on your scalp. So we need to eliminate it from our spray, and so that we won't have any problem. So there we go. Wow. And I have managed to sieve it properly, so we don't have any residue, and I thank God for that. So I will put this solution in my spray bottle here. Yeah, I prefer using the dark ones, and I can store this in the fridge for about a week. Yeah, I can use it for about a week. If you want it to last longer, you can add a preservative. I personally don't want to use a preservative, and therefore I am gonna spray my hair every other day for 7 days. Now I have my rosemary and clove powder spray in this bottle. There we go. Yeah, and I will be using it. I have showed you that I have lost hair, all this part, and you can see this section is quite okay, but then this one quite embarrassing, yeah? But thank God, because we're gonna use the spray. And I have said you've got to walk this journey with me, because clearly you have seen. And so you will be seeing if it worked or not, even without me telling you anything. Now, before you use this spray, there are few things I want to make very clear to you. Any hair, literally any type of hair, African or not African hair, can grow. So don't be deceived. Don't allow your mind to believe that your hair cannot grow. It can. Just give it the right product. And one of those that you need to use is clove powder and rosemary. Definitely I'll be sharing more. But today we are going to use very simple things. Clove powder and rosemary. Now, the first thing before I can say who can use rosemary and clove powder, the first person I want to caution is any pregnant mother. Please, clove is very, very strong, and I would want us to avoid it if you know you are pregnant. Also, if you have a very sensitive scalp, please avoid using rosemary plus clove powder. Yeah? Not just clove powder, clove. So whether it is powder form or not, avoid it. Now, these two groups of people, pregnant mothers and people with a sensitive scalp, if you really want to use the solution, please, first of all, contact your doctor. And definitely every other person should contact their doctor or do enough research before using any product I will be recommending. Or do a patch test. Just give it a few days, probably a day or a few hours. If there is no, you don't have any problems with it, you're not scratching, you're not having scalp issues after spraying this solution, then it means you can start using it comfortably. So rosemary and clove powder will moisturize your hair. It will strengthen the strands, and it will prevent breakage. If you know that you have type 3 and type 4, curly hair, kinky, and coily hair, this is your product. Someone with natural hair, like myself. 2 are those who want a budget-friendly hair spray. 3 are those on a healthy hair journey. So if you have scalp buildup, you have dandruff issues, you have an itchy scalp, rosemary and clove powder got to help you. It is gonna be of great help to you. Now, I mentioned a scalp, if you have a sensitive scalp, not those that are scratching themselves, such, those can use this spray and should actually treat your scalp, and you should not have that problem anymore. Someone whose hair has been damaged by heat and chemical, this is your spray. So what happens, clove, because we have clove and rosemary, these two products. One, clove has antioxidant. It is gonna promote the scalp health, and also reduce excess shedding of hair, meaning you should not have hair fall and all that. We have the rosemary. Rosemary, on the other hand, actually stimulates blood flow to the scalp. Yeah, and that alone is very critical in hair growth. Now, and that is why we are supposed to be massaging the scalp. When you massage your scalp, you make it possible for the blood to flow well on the scalp. The other thing that rosemary does, it revives dormant follicles, and therefore your hair now should start growing, because the follicles, when they are revived, they encourages the hair to grow. So how many times are you supposed to use rosemary and clove powder solution. You can use it daily. Yeah, you can spray it on your hair daily, or you can use it 2 to 3 times a week. 2 to 3 times a week. I hope this helps.